Hello, my lovely Aries. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your weekly reading for the week of the 26th going to the 3rd of March. So let's dive in together. Let's see what's going on for you guys, all right? For my lovely Aries. Ooh, you have really good cards coming up already. I'm going to pull some more. You have Soulmates and New Life. They did come out together, so that could be a mixed a combined message. For some of you, this could be a new life with a soulmate, whether you guys are moving or you're just becoming different, or maybe because of this new life you're meeting a soulmate, like whoever knows. We'll dive into it, so don't worry. Let's get some more for my lovely Aries, please. Okay, 3 came out, I'll show you, but I'm just going to take the one that's showing itself to me, all right? And then we will get more from another deck. So you have the 2 of the Sea card, so that does bring in a little bit of loneliness or feeling a little bit lost. So don't worry about that too much, because we do have the new life coming in. So this is a good reading, but you might be just struggling with a few feelings of being alone or feeling lost. I kind of feel like that's completely going to be changed this week, so it feels good. Let's see for my lovely Aries. Okay, same thing applies. I'm just going to take the one that's showing itself to me, which is the 2nd chakra. So you're dealing with a lot of those emotions here, those desires. And let's just get one more. And you have victory, a lot of golden energy, which I love to see. 2 and an 8 is a 10, which is about completion, which is amazing, because coming up for a card of victory, it feels like something's coming to a really happy ending, which is amazing. All right, but let's look at this together. I think most of the messages will really come through during the reading anyway. So let's just go individually very quickly. So soulmates means that somebody, okay, so some of you, if you are in a relationship, then this is feeling like this is deepening, okay? That could be some really interesting conversations coming through that are really going to help you understand one another on a deeper level. Maybe it's about each other, maybe it's just about your own personal lives, whatever it is. This feels really deep. This is a very protected connection, by the way. Soulmates doesn't have to just be romantic though. So even in return, like in regards to your soul tribe, your friends, your community, this is a really, there's very protected connections around you, people who are out for your best interest. So if you ever feel a bit lonely, or like you only really attract crappy people, this is a really good sign that something is changing when it comes down to your life, and probably the energy that you're putting out into the world, which is why you're attracting in different energy. Not to say that you were attracting in crappy people, but sometimes when you are like a giver, you're going to attract takers, so you have to have that nice balance so that you know when to place boundaries and you know when to use discernment when it comes down to having some people in your life. But anyway, we'll talk about that a bit deeper, because I'm going to clarify these cards a bit later. You have the new life. I love this card. This is like a breath of fresh air for me when this card comes up, and it, of course, I feel that because it's what you're going to be feeling. I would definitely say though to get out into nature, because there's something very important about air quality. Don't know why. Some of you, that might resonate with you. Like for some of you, maybe there's something very briefly, and literally for 1% of you, there could be something in the home with the air quality or in your environment. So I think that there might be either a need to move or that you will be moving, and I think that will be good for you if you're thinking about that already. But this is almost this energy of being reborn. As you can see, there is like a little bit of like a cracked egg. She's coming out of an egg here, and she's stretching. So you've been in hibernation, maybe Aries, you've been really working on yourself, or kind of like a butterfly almost, where they go in that little cocoon, they kind of pick apart themselves and come back together, a completely different species. So you guys are really doing that yourself in your life, which is great. And because of your new energy, maybe your new belief systems, this does feel very deep. The way that you speak to yourself, or the way that what you desire in your life maybe is what's changing, and because of that, the energy that you're putting out into the universe is also changing, and it's like a breath of fresh air. So it does feel like really good things. All right, we do have the 2 of the Sea card. I did say sometimes this is an energy where we feel like we actually don't know where we're going, or we realize through our journey, like, I actually don't know where I'm going, or I don't know if I'm in the right position right now, and I don't know where I am in my life. All those kind of flooding thoughts and those feelings and those emotions, Could be something that you are experiencing currently or will be experiencing this week. But again, this is kind of saying that, you are on the right path. You are moving forward. So don't doubt that. Just because you can't see anything around you just yet doesn't mean that nothing's happening. Okay, it's very important. Second chakra, that is all about your feelings, your deep desires, your emotions. That's where sexual energy is as well. So that could be something for some of you. May have been blocked before, that energy, the second chakra. Whenever the chakras come up in a reading, it usually is because something's been a little bit wrong with them. So this is a time where you will be kind of clearing that out, and maybe you can benefit from certain meditations that are targeting that, or affirmations. And then you have victory. So let's dive in to your reading. What do I need to say about victory? It is what it is, it's victory. Right, for my lovely Aries, please, for this week, you have the Four of Wands. That's where the victory is. You're reaching some sort of milestone. There is something to celebrate this week. Ooh. I will clarify that energy in a second. When I'm asking about you're showing up as the Hermit and the Ace of Swords, which is literally kind of telling me that you guys have been through quite a difficult stage or chapter in your life, because the Hermit can sometimes represent, the dark night of the soul, kind of going on like I don't know why I'm hearing like a pilgrimage, but I mean that like very spiritually, unless you have just been, I don't know. But it's almost like that deep search for self. And because of this card to the sea, it definitely feels like you guys have been trying to figure out who you are. The Ace of Swords is telling me that through this analysis of yourself, through this time of introspection, through this time of taking yourself out of a situation to really kind of get to know yourself and figure out why you're here. It's kind of a deep card. The Hermit is an old soul. He's been through a lot. Usually it's a he, and this card is a she. So they reach the top of the mountain, and they're looking at their life, and they're gaining the lessons through their life. So this is telling me that you've gained a lot of wisdom in your life. You are a wise soul. But there's something about this energy where you took some time to yourself, like that butterfly, like the cocoon that we were saying, and you're gaining some sort of truth and clarity about yourself moving forward. And I think for a lot of you, that's where the victory is coming from, is that there is something about your desires that's changing. So if you didn't know what you wanted, you didn't know who you are, that's changing. Okay? There's something about you gaining some very important information, maybe through, some of you, maybe it could be through a mentor. The Hermit can also be a teacher, someone who is a spiritual, someone who gave you advice, maybe an older person gives you some sort of advice that you needed. It clicks things into place with the Ace of Swords and begins a new beginning, a new journey. You do have the Five of Wands. It's kind of conflict, competition. I'm going to clarify what that is. Maybe you're getting some sort of truth that's going to really help solve any conflict. All right, Five of Wands, Five of Swords. Now, fives do represent necessary changes. So in this case, I do think that there's going to be an end to a conflict, but it almost feels like it's being finalized. Like, that's the energy I'm getting. Five of Wands is usually a card of like things going round and round. People are just talking over each other, and there's never ever, a conclusion to that conflict. It's just one of those things that spiral, that never end. The Five of Swords is an ending. It's not a 10, but it is an ending to that thing, which is interesting, because I wonder if this is coming from this sort of truth that you're gaining of a situation. Because it almost feels like for some of you, this might not be everyone's message, but it almost feels a little bit like either this truth that you're gaining, or maybe it's a complete separate message, who knows, is kind of putting an end to a conflict that's been going around for a very long time. And it's almost like it might be a difficult thing to say, but it kind of, at least it kind of clears that energy, is what it feels like. This can even be like internal conflict, that kind of the thoughts that just spiral, and what if I should do that? What if I should have done this? Or, what about this situation? And those spiral because we're not doing anything about it, and those thoughts keep coming back up again. You're gaining some sort of truth that's going to kind of call attention to something that's been in some sort of cycle, and you are really going to say something or think something that's going to really kind of quiet those voices, quiet those people if it is external. But this had to happen almost. Like, this has to happen to put an end to something that is just kind of tiring and conflicting. As you can see, once that's kind of been said, once instead things are kind of just like, so let's say someone that you've been in an argument with, okay, that could be a person, or that can be in your own head, you know, it's all kind of just ideas, or it's all kind of, it's one, so it's kind of just based on passion, it's not really based on truth. Like, that's the vibes I'm getting. I'm so sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what this is for some of you. As soon as you put truth into a situation, oh, now there's a fallout. Like, it's interesting. Either when you call something out or call attention to something and say something really directly and honestly, there is something. I'm going to clarify the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, please, Spirit. Five of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's something about speaking your mind is really going to change everything. There's something about this sort of clarity and truth coming in that's going to change a lot. Whether it's the people around you, you know, it could be like certain friends that you're kind of, you know, you have those little fiery outbursts at each other or whatever, or if it's a relationship, I don't know. It's like, but when you really kind of speak your mind to that person, all of a sudden they're not there. You know, I don't know, or someone's there when the drama is hot, or the gossip is hot and juicy, I don't know. But as soon as things get serious, someone's not around. Like, I think you are really discovering who that is and who your soulmates are. You then have the Nine of Pentacles to clarify, which is where your independence comes in. All right, and I think in this case, there's a lot more certainty coming about in your energy. So that's good. Whatever you are discovering, you are okay. But it does mean that things outside of yourself might fall away because you're stepping into your truth. And because you are having this new life, this new energy, this new awakening almost for a lot of you. Like, something is clicking within you that's going like, oh, like I know at least a little bit about who I am and who I want to be. Like, there's something very profound. And I'm going to clarify that too. But Nine of Pentacles is really about focusing on yourself, your sustainability, whatever that means, like your financial freedom and your freedom anyways, like you enjoying your own space and time and having more than enough resources for yourself. You're kind of getting rid of anything that's kind of taking up too much of your time, energy, or just maybe it's your own motivation, for example, you know. So a conflict is coming to an end, internal conflict, external conflict, but it's coming through with this truth. So let's see what this truth is. Hermit and the Ace of Swords, King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Swords is very similar to what we were saying there about maybe feeling trapped or lost. Well, this is about feeling trapped. This is about feeling lost, feeling a bit stuck in your circumstances. This is what's kind of changing. I mean, this could be a truth in regards to a King of Cups, someone who maybe you're in a relationship with, Knight of Pentacles. Whatever this is, this Ace of Swords and the Hermit, it really is to do with your feelings, which is why that second chakra is coming through. It's definitely, someone put down below some things about this second chakra, okay, your sacral chakra, because it does feel like this truth is coming from that area of your life and self. It's to do with your feelings, definitely gaining more control of your feelings. You know, King of Cups is someone who's emotionally intelligent, knows how to stay above it. And the Knight of Pentacles is about moving forward. Maybe, you know, it could be to do with your career. Some of you could end up being teachers or advisors in your career. Help people to learn the things that you learn, for example. You could benefit from that, Aries. Maybe it's a truth in regards to your career and how to approach it from an emotional point of view, if that's the thing that's been getting you down. But Knight of Pentacles is moving forward and it is solid and stable, and so is the King of Cups. So you also have the Four of Wands here, which is again about like a really good milestone that you guys are reaching here. But let's see what the blockages might be for you guys this week. Ace of Cups, it's the feelings, it's emotions. Ace of Cups is not a bad card. So it's really about making sure that you're filling up your own cup, I think, is the challenge here. The sun's coming through. These are really good cards. The challenge is giving to yourself unconditional love and feeling happy, regardless of what you have around you. You know, it's like this element of freedom. Aries, you're here as well. It's kind of like that, taking control of your life, taking control of your emotions, taking control of your happiness. That is a key theme here. Kind of cutting off, or, you know, speaking truth to anything that's kind of getting in the way of something, so that you can be okay. Like, that's the vibes I'm getting. Like, you're really prioritizing yourself, and I think that's where victory comes from, because maybe you haven't been doing that. Let's clarify the Soulmates card. King of Swords, you could be with someone who a little bit not, you know, doesn't show their emotions very often. Let's see. Ooh, for some of you, let's get one more for that. The Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment here. There may have been some issues in a relationship, to be honest with you, because you have the Ten of Swords, but this is not an ending. It seems like it, but it says everything is fine. So it's almost like there is what seems to be an ending. I mean, you have the Tower, so I'm going to say there is some sort of ending here. In regards to your soulmates, King of Swords could be with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be. The Tower and the Five of Cups definitely falling out, but it is almost like a fallout. I'm going to say what this card usually says. I'm not saying that you're doing it, but the Five of Cups is like that crying over spilled milk. Now, I'm not saying what you're going through or what you went through is nothing. I'm not saying that. Tower card and the Ten of Swords, kind of the Ten of Swords. There's two Ten of Swords in this deck. One says everything is fine, which kind of means like whatever the outcome is, you're going to be okay. The other one is a little bit more painful and tough. You know, it's very unfair, blah, blah, blah. Five of Cups, the Tower card. You also had the Nine of Cups. There's wish fulfillment here, or maybe some overindulgence. It could be the case for some. And under that, you have the Knight of Cups and the World card, which basically is kind of telling me in a connection, there may be some sort of separation at first, because, you know, everyone's focusing on, how do I explain this? Because it's different for everyone, and that's where it gets tough when you do general readings. So for some of you, I mean, if you're dealing with a toxic person who is overindulgent and who is selfish, then of course your message here is everything will be okay. Yes, this is coming to an end, but this will be okay, because at the end of the day, the different perspective is that, you know, there is always something that you can do moving forward, and you have now, you know, love and happiness coming away because of that. For some of you, maybe you're breaking free from someone so you can have a new life. That's amazing. For others of you, you know, in terms of maybe a relationship that's going through a bit of a rocky patch, there may definitely be like a threat to the relationship, meaning that maybe there is separation or a really explosive argument, because both of you are focusing on, you know, your feelings, which is fine. But the Five of Cups usually is like something's been disappointing, but the other perspective is that there is still love there in your life, or there is still love in this connection, or whatever. Again, I'm not going to give you any advice for this, because if you are in a toxic situation, then you definitely need to get some help or get out of it. All right, if it's something that is absolutely horrendous to you, then leave. Find a way to leave us people, okay? No one's telling you to stay, okay? I'm not telling you to stay in anything. But for some of you, if you are just going through a little, you love the person and you know they love you, but you're in this situation where, you know, their work life's getting in the way, or, you know, how they're acting at the moment, because someone's being extremely direct. This could even be you, because you're showing up with that Ace of Swords. There is something here where there is a lot of truth coming in this week, and that means some things have to fall away. Or, you know, maybe you're placing a boundary with someone and they're not used to that, so things go wrong a little bit, but then at the end of the day, that could be wish fulfillment. Let's just get one more. I think that will be different for everyone, and that's why I'm getting so many different examples. Usually things can be very clear, but in this case, I think for some of you, this will be relationships that will come to an end, or soulmates, friendships, whatever it is, because some people are not aligned with your truth, or they don't agree with your truth, or whatever it is, you know. But at the end of the day, you do have the fact that you will be okay, and that's something that's really important. All right, let's see. Soulmates, one more please. the Ace of Wands. So there is this passionate new beginning coming through because of this ending, or because of this blip in a situation. Okay, Three of Wands. So I do see that regardless of how that situation is, in terms of your soulmates, again, take it however it is in your life, you will know deep down how that will impact you if you're already going through it, and if it already resonates with you, whether or not you actually really should have someone in your life or not, or whether it will turn out okay. Because Ace of Wands, there could be some movement here, there could be just a new passionate beginning in a relationship because of some sort of like thing happening. Maybe this is outside of the connection. Maybe it's someone loses their job in a connection, and there's a lot of sadness around it, but at the end of the day, it brings maybe some movement or some different plan. Like, there's so many different ways that can go. So I'm going to move away from it, Aries. But there is a little bit of a shake-up when it comes down to a soulmate. All right, let's see. For the new life. The new life for Aries. Queen of Wands. I love that. This kind of represents a glow up here when it speaks about this energy. It's about you feeling more fiery, you feeling more confident, you feeling more happy, which is good because your challenge is no longer really a challenge in that case. Because she has a sunflower here, and what that represents is that she's facing the sun constantly, which means that you are focusing on more positive things in your life. This may mean that your appearance might change, right? Maybe you're getting a haircut, maybe you're doing things differently, maybe you're changing your style or treating yourself better. Whatever it is, this is really good energy. Two of Wands, you're focusing on your future, where you're going next, expansion, passionate energy coming through, Aries. One more. Temperance, patience, Sagittarius energy, okay? Making this new life is quite good because as much as you are wanting expansion, either this is advice or something you will already be doing, is that there's also a need to make sure that your emotions are in check, because the temperance is really about taking a little bit a step off of the path, to rebalance certain things whenever you're feeling low, to fill up your cup again, to take a break whenever necessary, to get back on it again. I'm seeing a lot of vacations coming up for you in this new life. Time out to yourself. There's like new priorities is what I'm feeling, and a lot more patience. So even though you are anticipating the future, I think that you're very happy moving forward, balancing your energy. It's very beautiful. Okay, now let's see the Sea card. We have the Seven of Cups. That's that feeling of loss. All right, feeling lost, feeling confused, feeling like there's been a lot of illusions or uncertainty. But the Ace of Pentacles coming through with is kind of super reassuring, because this is saying that an opportunity is going to be given to you. All right, this Ace of Pentacles is a seed, so whether it's a job or an opportunity being handed to you, could even be financially. So if this is in an area of your career or your money, or your stability in general, things have been confusing, but there is some stability coming in. There's a new beginning. You have a lot of aces coming in. You got all of the aces, Aries. How did I just realize? You have all of the aces. Basically meaning you're going through one heck of it. Like, maybe everything's changing for you. But this is good because this is new beginnings, new love, new truths, new stability, new stream of income, maybe new passions, new ideas. It's a new you. That's why the new life is coming in. Definitely feeling like you're being reborn. But anything that's making you feel lost, I do feel like you're going to feel found, in a sense that maybe for some of you, if you have felt unstable for a while and that's making you feel lost and unsure about where you are in your life, am I on the right path? Like, am I doing the right thing? You are. You're exactly where you need to be. There is some stability coming through for you now. All right, so the second chakra, please, sacral chakra. Now you have the Ten of Swords. There is an ending coming through with maybe some beliefs about your feelings, emotions, or desires. Six of Cups and a Ten of Swords. Very interesting when it comes down to your emotions and your desires. Six of Cups is nostalgia, it's the past. Ten of Swords is endings and completion. Something related to this chakra is to do with the past, but you're putting an end to it. Maybe there are old memories that made you feel guilty, shamed for the way that you felt towards things, the way that you handled situations, or I don't know exactly, but it's to do with those feelings. And I think the blockage for the sacral chakra, and completely correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is like shame. Shame is the blockage of, a very flowing chakra here. But again, correct me if I'm wrong. Whoever knows the chakras, definitely let everyone know. Because in this case, whatever it is related to your childhood, or it's related to maybe your connection with your parents, family, or maybe it is just to do with past connections. All right, there's been a blockage here. But the Ten of Swords is good in this case. I know you kind of got those Ten of Swords that are kind of like, yes, something is ending, but, you know, this is something that needs to come to an end, for example. So you can be reborn with that, okay? That there is no more guilt, shame. That past connection is being closed out. That old memory is being closed out, so that you can move forward and have much more confidence within yourself and your feelings and the way that you express yourself. And victory, let's see what victory is about. You're the Chariot, moving. Some of you could get a car, some of you could get travel. But the Chariot, Cancerian energy, is about moving forward. Balance is determination. It's chasing a dream, chasing a goal. You will gain victory in chasing a goal. So don't be afraid. Now you have that everything is fine. I'm kind of seeing you ditching an old life and kind of starting fresh. Like the imagery that I'm getting doesn't have to be a situation, but it's almost something that helps to describe it a bit. Is like you're leaving a city behind and you're going, you know, you're changing things up. Like maybe you are a country girl or guy and now you're becoming a city girl or guy. Like I'm almost seeing like your life is kind of flipping. It's not in a bad way though. You're chasing your dreams. I think something is really different about you now. And maybe it is to do with what you're wanting out of life has become different. Maybe you played it small in the past, or and now something has changed. So now your plan has changed, but it's something that you'll feel passionate towards anyway. All right, well, I hope this made sense for some of you, and I hope it helped. If it did, make sure you like and subscribe. That's all I have for you, my angels. I do wish you all the best. I send you my love, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.